Looking to transform your family game nights? At Perfectly Picked Games, we specialize in family games that bring everyone closer. Our games aren't just fun. Kids and teens will learn how to take turns, develop basic strategy skills, and understand the thrill of winning and grace of losing. With our exclusive gift of games, you can give months of gaming excitement to your family. Choose a 3-month or 6-month gift, and we'll deliver hand-picked family games to your doorstep every month. And here's the best part. Right now, you can use the promo code GOLDENMOJO and receive 20% off your selected plan. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Use promo code GOLDENMOJO and save 20% today at Perfectly Picked Games.
All right, brother, let me ask you this. Okay. That face, is that a listening face or what is that face?
That's a listening face.
Come on, man. Tighten up. Let's
Okay,
go. Lock it in. Lock it in here.
3D.
So if you could bring back a dead celebrity, tell me, why would you pick Heath Ledger?
Yep. Why would I pick Heath Ledger? It's right there on the wall.
Exactly.
That's why.
Exactly. I don't know who else you would need to bring back. That actor, he would just, man, I can only imagine the roles he would have gotten.
Oh my gosh. You're not wrong. With all the good movies he put out when he was still with us, I can't imagine, like you said, what he would have done now. I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I know.
It's 100% the answer.
Yeah, not Luke Perry. Definitely Heath Ledger.
I mean, I'm sure there's some other ones out there I could think. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, probably, but
Heath Ledger's top of the list.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
Why so serious? I absolutely love Miley Cyrus.
Give me some sugar.
Say hello.
I see you coming down the
What's
aisle.
up there, call
Break
boys?
me in the mouth. Yes. You have failed.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Call Guys podcast. I'm Gunner, also known as Chico Noise, 3-time podcast host. And alongside me, as always, it's Juan Zimmer 43. Get that reference?
Are you calling me? Is it a reference to Hans Zimmer?
Yeah. Might as well be.
What does that mean?
Yeah. We'll see here in a little bit. No. Everybody, welcome back. Hope you all enjoyed last week's episode with the guys with issues talking about Wolverine and Deadpool, because that's the way it should have been done. No, I'm kidding. Deadpool and Wolverine. Super fun episode. If you want to go back and listen, if you haven't seen the movie, go see it. Come back, listen to that episode, and let us know what you thought. Let us know what you thought of the movie. Send us an email, thecallguyspodcast@gmail.com. And speaking of, we did get an email before the episode even came out. Actually, I'm assuming right after ISOCAM went and saw Deadpool, he sent us this email that says, "This was probably my favorite Deadpool movie to date. Best Marvel opening scene of all time. Bloody, hilarious, and full of amazing cameos. This will probably solidify itself as the best Marvel trilogy ever."
Those are big words to say there, Cam, but I'm telling you, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I just don't feel like it belongs in the category of the MCU trilogies. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they're so different. And
well, the first two don't.
Yeah, exactly. The first two really don't count. But I'd make a case that this third one doesn't really count. I could argue.
Well, I mean, that's a solid argument, because really the only people from the MCU that were in this movie were the TVA agents. I mean, can you think of anybody else? Because everybody else was a Fox. And X-Men.
Mark Ruffalo for a hot second.
Oh, hot, like
a hot shoulder.
Second.
A hot shoulder.
There were more
second.
DC people in this movie. Henry Cavill. There were. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, mostly Fox references, which was still awesome.
Well, I think that's part of the joke.
Yeah. So now all is canon. Marvel Jesus made it canon.
Oh, Marvel Jesus made it canon.
I
Yes,
am.
ISO man. Did he say he went and saw that?
Well, I
Or are
would
we just
assume so.
assuming he did?
I would
Oh,
assume that he saw it.
I mean,
That
that's a
though.
pretty he hit a lot of very obvious things that were amazing about the movie. So
Just watch an Easter egg video. If you don't want to go to the theaters and you really want to know what this movie's like, you can watch the hour and a half long Easter egg videos online and just veg out and watch them because there's so much going on.
oh so much. Oh so much. Yeah, so ISO. Glad you got to go to the theater, brother.
Yeah. 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 Do you want?
I'm gonna take the
Yeah.
next one.
Yeah. I'll let
Let's
you.
go Colton plus Will Smith. Might as well get Will Smith to play me in a movie.
Hey,
No big deal.
keep my name out your mouth.
ISO starts out with this. He says, "Get your revenge and steal back from the other pods." Dang right, ISO. Dang right. As Spider Punk said, taking a crap on the establishment. For my list, I didn't give, I feel like, let me start this again, ISO. I'm sorry, brother. For my list, I didn't feel 3 gave it justice, so I just had to go with 5. Reading is hard.
Words are hard.
Number 5, Bright. This
Mm.
movie is on Netflix, and I honestly really enjoyed it. I would guess most people dislike it though.
That's the one where he's like a cop with aliens, right?
Yeah, it's yeah, there's been a lot of inbreeding with the aliens and stuff like that. And they actually set it up. There's supposed to be like it was supposed to be like I think a couple movies were supposed to be made, and it wasn't really well received, so I don't think any of the movies got greenlit. But they did set
Makes
it up
sense.
like it was supposed to be like an ongoing story.
Nice.
Number 4, Hancock. I love
Solid.
Hancock. Always have, always will. I'm sorry. Every time I think of Hancock, I think of Herbie. Name
Herbie.
that movie. Let us know at thecallguyspodcast at gmail.com if you get that movie reference. Number 3, Shark Tales. I mean, it's Shark Tales. Come on. Most people like it, right? My
I
son
mean,
likes it.
I
I
mean,
like it.
I've seen it many times, but I haven't seen it in a long time. So
I know. I take that back. I've watched it within the last 3 weeks now. Thank you, William. Who was on the pod last week. If you guys didn't catch that, check us out on YouTube. Him and my daughter made a
made an appearance.
multiple times.
The Call Kids.
Oh gosh. Number 2, Ollie. Just kidding. Men in Black. I love Men in Black. I I love Men in Black type movies. Even that crappy movie called R.I.P.D. with Ryan Reynolds. I don't cry. Thank you for throwing in the I don't cry.
Yes. Yes.
Um, I don't know what it is about you. You ever watched R.I.P.D.?
I have. That's oh, what's the older
Jeff Bridges.
yeah, Bridges is in it. Yeah. It's been a long time, but yeah.
I don't know why, but that movie is intriguing to me. I don't know why. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. I don't know where it is.
Afterlife Cops, right? I mean that's
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
good stuff.
Number 1, I Am Legend. One of my favorite horror movies ever, but also one of the saddest I have ever seen. I cry every time, especially when I see animals die in movies. That's a solid list, brother. Thank you, ISO, for reaching out to us at the Call Guys Podcast at gmail.com. Really appreciate you, brother. That's a good list. I don't hate it.
Will Smith month is over.
We have survived.
We survived. We survived. Great. It was great. I love talking. I mean, we did a little bit of everything. I mean, I thought it was fun. Good time.
Yeah.
It's a great time for all. So, Colt,
What up, bro?
how's it going? What you watching?
I'm surviving, brother. Work is a survival mode, it seems like.
Survival mode.
Um,
Survival of the fittest.
yeah, pretty much, man. Pretty much. Yeah, so William, we're still doing the potty training with William. Josie is still into everything. She is a hoot, to say the least.
She was really mad at me a
Oh
couple Thursdays
gosh.
ago.
Yeah, she
It was
was.
really weird. And then she was perfectly fine on Sunday.
She She wanted absolutely nothing to do with you.
She didn't see me in a while. I'll give it to her. It'd been a minute.
Yeah, I guess. It makes sense.
And then she saw me Sunday and she was like,
Oh yeah,
I just saw
loved
you
you.
the other day.
She's like, I know this dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, we did that, and then watching. It's just been Olympics, man. I told you, USA baby, all the way.
USA.
We need to get the gold count up a little bit higher for for my liking, but only we can only win so many times, but we are winning the total medal count as of now
Is it
of
bad that
recording.
is it bad that I was intrigued by badminton the other day?
No, no, that's what the Olympics is for,
Dude, I was like watching it going, this is the like dumbest sport to be in the Olympics, but man, they are good.
dude. Breakdancing is an Olympic sport.
Yeah, it should be. No, I'm just kidding. That sounds worse than badminton.
What are we doing, IOC? What are we doing? This is bull. What are we doing adding stupid events like this? This isn't even a sport. This is a hobby that people used to just take cardboard out in a boombox and just do stuff on. Now it's an Olympic event. Do we need to have people feel that special? This is stupid.
All
It's
those
the
guys from
dumbest
the
thing ever.
80s, all those guys from the 80s that were really good at it and then never got to do it again after it died out. They finally got their opportunity.
I
They might
don't
be
think the
they might be almost 60, but
I will say this: the best feel good story is from a different country, Turkey. I don't know if you know this, but there is a handgun shooting. Okay, so it's essentially it's timed event. You shoot, you have like 5 shots, I think. Shoot a target, and best score wins type of thing. This dude from Turkey gets second, comes out in pretty much sweatpants and a t-shirt, and evidently you can wear these high-tech glasses that like zoom in on where you're aiming, and you can cover one of your eyes with some part of the glasses, and then people stand there and lean real weird or something weird like that. It's crazy out there, but by now you should have seen it by social media. This dude is taking it by storm. This dude just gets up there, hand in his pocket, mind you. It's just boom, boom, boom. Dude gets silver medal. There's crazy stories out there already. I don't know if they're true or not or what, but
it's a crack shot.
I hope they are, because everyone's like, dude, man, this guy is just like a one time hitman from back in the day that Turkey just brought out to say, hey man, go win us a medal.
He did it.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
pretty
it's
great.
hysterical. That's absolutely hysterical. So, but I mean, it's just been Olympics here, man, all the time, all day, every day. What about you, brother?
Um, let's see. We started redoing the kitchen
Oh yeah.
cabinets. So we took all the doors, all the drawer faces off, took all the hardware off, sanded everything down the last 2 nights. So that sanding portion is done on the doors. So now we have to take everything out and sand the actual cabinet faces and sides and then start priming and painting. So yeah, it's been very busy. My arms are killing me from sanding like crazy. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing. Work is just normal. So that's always good. But you know, I haven't we haven't had the TV on. We had the Olympics on. I did watch badminton the other day and a little bit of ping pong because that was on too. Um, but I got an ad on TikTok for Pocket FM. You ever hear of Pocket FM?
Sounds familiar.
It's pretty much like a like audio dramas, I guess you'd say. So stories read by narrators, kind of like audiobooks. And I got into one called My Vampire System, which is like a superhero thing. It's really interesting. There's 2,000 episodes.
Jeez.
Yeah, and I'm about 130 in. and they're like 5 minute episodes, so it's not like it's a ton of episodes or a
Oh,
ton of
okay.
time per episode. But so I started listening to that, and I'm really enjoying it, surprisingly. Like to the point where I get up in the morning, I go work out, and I listen to it, and then when I'm done, 8 episodes a day or whatever is what the limit is on Pocket FM. But so that's all I've been watching. Plus, it runs through like it has like when you're listening to it, it runs through like AI generated images of the story, which is kind of cool.
Huh.
So that's about it. Literally it. YouTube, normal stuff. Good Mythical Morning. If you don't watch Rhett and Link, and you never have watched Rhett and Link, go watch Rhett and Link. Same with Dude Perfect. If you never watched Dude Perfect, go watch Overtime because their talk show is really good. But that's it. I've been really boring lately, so I'm sure something will pop up here soon. I'm like, I need to watch that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, brother. So yeah, that's it. That's all that's going on. We live exciting lives, Colton.
Yes, we do.
Tonight is we're recording this on Thursday, August 1st. Tonight being the Hall of Fame, NFL Hall of Fame game. Bears Texans,
No starters.
no starters. But yeah, so football season has. Would you call the Hall of Fame game the official start of football season?
Technically, yeah, because it's the
Okay,
first game of preseason.
preseason. Yeah, so there you go. Football season started. I'm ready.
Man, it's crazy that we will have football every week until February.
I'm okay with that. Very much so. I'm ready for it. Are you ready for it? A
Hope is a dangerous thing, brother. And that's what I have this year.
little bit of hope.
And let me tell you what the
A
Bears do
little bit
best.
or a lot of bit.
Let me tell you what the Bears do
Let
each
you
and every
down.
year, brother.
Shatter your glass on the ground.
Oh, they do one better. They give you the glass for free and say, here, drink this. It's good for you. And I do. All the Kool-Aid.
Chug it.
And what happens? What happens by week 6? It's done. It's
It's all
over.
gone. It's all gone.
The Kool-Aid is gone. The
Kool-Aid
glass is
man.
shattered.
Kool-Aid man left the
It's
hole in
not
your
even
wall.
in the same it's not even in the same area code as me
Yeah.
because I have gotten that mad.
Going back to Chicago.
Actually, I throw it to Allen County.
Just across the road. Uh, so yeah, the Bears gonna let you down. They're not gonna let you down. I actually had this conversation today. I think the Bears are gonna be a decent team this year.
I mean, I think honestly, I think 500 is a good year for us. I think 500.
Playoff Bears.
Oh, gee. Let's get to 500 first.
Playoff Bears. Even if they're a wild card. That'd be nice. It'd be nice for the Bears.
Oh yeah, just to be in the I would just love to be in the hunt in the last 2 weeks of this of
Yeah.
the football season.
Yeah, I'm already getting the three-peat question from everybody I see.
Well, you
They're gonna
should.
three-peat. They're gonna get three-peat.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's the sign, man. That's what you want.
Yeah, well, I was listening to Nick Wright, and I can't tell if he's happy or mad that people aren't doubting the Chiefs this year. It's like he's kind of like happy people aren't, but at the same time, he's like the past 2 years, everybody's doubted them. So where's that at now?
Well, I
Nobody,
mean,
nobody wants to.
it's dude, man,
You
you'd be
can't.
surprised at how much extra oomph you have when you people are saying, "Yeah, you can't
You
do it."
can't do it. Yeah.
I mean, we had it in basketball, man. Like, especially the year we won state, man. The worst thing we ever did was get on sports talk sites, forums,
Mhm.
and everybody was just talking about how we couldn't hang with this Lafayette Central Catholic team that averaged 80 points a game, and we only averaged like 59 points a game, and they do this well, they got that blah 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 blah. And I'm telling you, man, that's the only thing I heard for a week. Only thing I
Light
heard
that
for a
fire.
week, I was hot. I was ready to go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, bulletin board material, it's a real thing. And if it's not there, especially when you have two, you're going for three, um, you can only do so much.
Yeah.
And complacency sits in, man. I'm curious to see how you guys do. I will be more impressed with this year if you guys win it than last year, just because I don't think you're going to have dudes on the team who are like, I need to win the Super Bowl.
Hmm.
I don't think you got 22 guys who want to do that.
We got more. We got what, maybe 10 guys that really, really want to go for a three-peat, and the other ones are just there hanging on their coattails pretty much. So,
Yeah, there's a difference between want to win and need to win.
hmm.
Okay, give me 22 guys in football. Give me 22 guys who need to win. Not that they want to win, but they need to win, because those dudes are going to do anything
Anything.
to win. And there's nothing wrong with, the success you guys have had. Like, that's awesome. Like, it happens. Like, this it's just normal. It happens in the sport,
Well,
happens in
yeah,
sport
it's
in general.
the ebb and flow of football.
Correct. And but I mean, just look at the Patriots, man. You come down eventually. When, you don't
Exactly.
know,
Yep.
but you're gonna come down.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah, so enjoy it now while you can, brother, because you're in the good old days right now, just so you know.
You experienced those at one point for about a year.
Yeah.
uh, yeah.
Gosh.
Enough football talk. I got
Never
some.
enough football talk.
I got some film news for you.
Ooh.
All right. Pretty much
Eh.
everybody's already heard.
Oh Lord.
And we got to mention it. So if you haven't heard,
Do we have to?
we have to, because
Uh,
there's so many mixed opinions on this. So many people hypothesizing and saying, "Oh, this is what they're going to do, and this is what they're going to do, or this is fake, or this is not fake." They announced him on the stage at whatever it was Comic
the big
Con, the
Comic-Con,
big
yeah.
Comic Con. So they announced Victor Von Doom for um the two Avengers movies that will be coming out in the next, 6 years or whatever. Whatever.
3 years, 2 to 3
Yeah.
years, I think.
Avengers Doomsday, Avengers Secret Wars, which Colt and I have talked extensively about Secret Wars and what they're going to do for all this, because dude, before even Deadpool came out and they showed the comic book cover for Secret Wars with Doctor Doom on it, and then
Yep.
literally the next like 2 days they announced that Robert Downey Jr. will be playing Doctor Doom.
Obviously planned.
The way they walked him out and had all the Doctor Dooms up on the stage and
Yep.
brought him forward dressed a little bit differently, had him unmasked, and the whole crowd goes insane. But I mean, that's obviously a reaction you're gonna have when Robert Downey Jr. gets unmasked on stage. Like, that's
Oh yeah,
gotta happen.
everybody's going crazy.
So in the moment, they're all like, "Oh my God, it's Robert Downey." But then, like, at what point does
He's gonna announce who Victor Von Doom is.
Yeah, yeah. At what point do all those people go, "Wait a second, this doesn't make any sense," and then they're starting to post all over the internet. Why is it this? Why is it that? I have no clue. I don't have the answer. I like it a little bit. I don't know.
Okay, let's get this over with.
Let's
Okay,
break it
Gunner.
down. Break it down.
Okay, Gunner, let me tell you. No, you're wrong.
Oh,
Okay.
come on.
How can you like this? Explain it to me.
So
Like I'm 3.
like you're 3. Dude, it's Robert Downey Jr. You gotta like it. No, I mean, there actually is, and I've never read the comic, but there is a point where Tony Stark is not Victor Von Doom, but he is Doctor Doom, and then it goes into a Secret Wars or something with Spider-Man, and he actually flips the script and becomes Iron Man from being Doctor Doom. So I don't know that that's where this will go. It's possible they don't stick to comic books like they should. So the only person to do that's Ryan Reynolds, and that's because he told the studio that if I'm working on this, it's going to be the comic book. So that
It makes sense.
the MCU wants to just not stick to comics.
Well,
So
they've got agendas now. They are sucking off the teat that is Disney, and you gotta do what Daddy says, or you don't get the paycheck at the end of the day. So,
don't walk into the
um,
office. Mickey Mouse is holding a belt.
yep. Hey, we gonna need to have a talk.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, how are you gonna do it is the first question, obviously. I think the only way you can do it, as much as I'm gonna hate it, he is going to be Tony Stark
From the multiverse.
from the multiverse, because good job, Disney. Um, and something is going to happen that happened in one of the Iron Man movies, somewhere in the arc. Who can they get to come back to play this? To help do a re-roll of something that they've done. Something's going to happen that's going to turn him into Doctor Doom. I don't
It'll
think
be
he's going to
something
be.
in space. It'll
I don't
be
think it's. I don't think it'll be Victor. I don't think he'll be Victor. I think
well.
he will be Tony Stark that turns into Doctor Doom.
My big question, and this is probably the deepest question that I can think of with this announcement, is Fantastic Four will come out.
Yeah.
Is Robert Downey Jr. going to be Victor Von Doom?
Oh yeah.
He's got to be, right? I mean, that's the only way it would make
It
sense is
almost.
if,
I feel like it almost makes you think that there's going to be another bad in Fantastic Four,
yeah,
and the bad is going to be kind of like a Thanos is with Loki in the first Avengers, where obviously Thanos is like, "Hey Loki, why didn't you go first? Soften up the blow for me, so when I come down there," type of talks.
yeah,
And I could see it being something like that for sure.
yeah.
Um, but man, I think I think Disney knows that the MCU is in trouble. They are on fumes, their last leg. They are trying to be Aaron Rodgers on a Hail Mary throw to win a ball game.
But they're turning out to be
Well,
Aaron Rodgers 12 seconds into the game.
we're not there so far. They have been Aaron Rodgers with New York Jets.
yeah.
Um uh this is their Hail Mary. I think these next 2 years are going to make and break the MCU, and Disney choosing to make these kinds of movies from here on out. If they're bad, they're poorly received, they don't make a lot of money, I could see Disney shutting down the MCU, because you don't bring back Robert Downey Jr. and you don't bring back the Russo brothers to do
that
these movies
that's
unless
exactly
you're
what I was going to go with. That is the Russo
unless
brothers.
you are desperate. And let me tell you, they know how much money the Russo brothers and Robert Downey Jr. can bring. Plain and simple.
Yeah,
This is a numbers game. They don't care if they make a good content or anything. They care about the movies. They care about what is it going to take to make money in a movie, and they know that those two people or three people add up to a lot of dollar signs. So, um, I'm actually kind of hoping, as much as I don't want to say it, I really want these movies to be bad. I really do. The MCU needs to take a break. It needs to go away. I think Deadpool would have been a great swan song for him, because it's big old middle fingers most
yeah.
of the time to and I think that they need to reevaluate the whole thing, start back over. Jonathan Majors, that hurt a
It
lot.
did. I think that was one of the biggest
That
obstacles.
that scandal really changed everything, because I don't think we do not get Doctor Doom with RDJ.
No.
I just don't think we do. It's Disney's in DEFCON, DEFCON 1 or DEFCON 5. I don't know how it works. I
Yeah,
forget.
I think five. I don't remember.
I don't
I
know.
don't remember what order
The
it
one
goes in.
that's the worst. They're in that DEFCON
Every
right
time,
now.
every time I think of DEF CON, I think of ElfCon from the Santa Claus. Uh,
Oh gosh.
so 80 million for Anthony and Joe for these two movies. They took a huge drop in pay, but they have like stipends or
Oh, they got kickers. I call them
kickers.
kickers.
Yeah,
Kickers on
kickers.
the back end.
If the movie makes 750 million to a billion, if both movies, I think it's combined, and I don't know the whole story behind it, but so they took a huge like they're doing these movies for not much, which kind of goes into your theory there that they are on their last leg and they're saying we need these two to come in, but we need them to do it cheap. That way we can
Well,
really
it's
find a
just
way.
like it's football players. Prime example. You're on a contract year. You don't have a contract. You don't have a deal done for next year for guaranteed money. You're really surprised at how much you're not hurt and how well you can play when it's a contract year. You're playing for a contract this season right now. That's exactly what Disney is trying to do.
Yep.
Plain and simple.
Make
They are
some good
telling the Russo
movies.
brothers, hey, if you make the movies that you have been able to make, we will pay you on the back end threefold of or whatever for what you're used to. You will get your money back.
And they're
Easy.
confident. They're confident. I mean, you look at I don't know the numbers for Deadpool from last weekend, but like they know that they can make a good movie. They know that they have made two movies that have been some of the most like acclaimed and watched movies in theaters. And I mean, you have both Infinity War and Endgame under their books. What number
As
do you get?
of as golly. Domestic. Where do you think it is at
I,
domestically
I don't
right
even know if I
now?
could. I don't even know if I could guess, to be honest.
I'm gonna give you a shot.
Um, 480.
280.
Oh wow.
280 million domestically. That's just domestic here in the States.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I was thinking it'd be higher though, to be honest. After like, I'm sure that like people like us that saw opening night went home and told all their friends like, you got to go watch this movie.
What do you think worldwide is right now?
Is it close to a billion?
It's 590 million.
Okay, that's a week.
Yeah.
Opening week. So it'll keep going.
Jeez.
It'll slow down, but it'll keep going.
Yeah. Oh no! This weekend it'll blow up again. It'll do huge numbers again this weekend.
If you go watch Hot Ones with, I don't know if anybody watched that, but Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman on Hot Ones was absolutely hilarious.
Well, they're just two awesome people. I mean,
Oh,
it's
dude,
just
they're two peas in a pod, man. They're just fun to watch.
yeah, yeah. The lie detector test,
Oh my God, yes.
hysterical.
Blake Lively, actually your wife.
Do you pay her? It's great.
Have you ever watched Green Lantern as a family?
That's it. That was a funny. He gave the best. He gave a really good
He
answer for
did.
that.
He did.
But I think we're both in unison here in saying that Disney is their this is their last play. They've drawn the line in the sand. They're not going to go past it anymore. Um, they are hoping that the Russo brothers can pull them out along with RDJ
Yeah.
and whoever else they can get to come out for these movies. Let us know at thecallguyspodcast at gmail.com. What do you think about the RDJ, Doctor Doom, announcement. I'd love to get your thoughts. What do you think about the state of the MCU right now? I'd love to know that.
I kind of like it.
As always, Gunner's wrong.
I don't know why I like it, but I kind of like it.
Um, we'd love to know if you want to come on and talk to us, debate us all you want, or debate me, because I don't know if Gunner's gonna talk much. Or
Stay
defend,
tuned.
or
Stay tuned
defend
until
much.
next week on our discussion of the Acolyte.
If Gunner survives that episode, he could survive a MCU status
Oh yeah.
debate. So, yeah, just let us know at thecallguyspodcast@gmail.com. Would love to get your input, get your opinion out there. Right, wrong, or indifferent, we don't care. I'm probably
Ooh.
going to engage with that a little bit more than Gunner ever will.
I like
So
that. Right, wrong, indifferent. We don't care.
put it on a shirt, put it on the
Put it on
drop
a
down.
I want that one this time.
Oh gosh.
All right. There you
All
go.
right.
Film news.
Man, that's a lengthy film news.
That was good.
one.
I mean, that's a great discussion. I do
What's
think this deserves a discussion because I think there's a
Oh, yeah.
lot that's gonna ride on it. So
Oh, huge. Absolutely huge.
huge.
So much is riding on the next 2 years.
Yeah, for sure. Well, show. Okay, Colton, we are here today, this morning. Whenever you're listening to this in your car, through your headphones, at work, wherever you're sitting, I hope you're enjoying this podcast. I hope you've always enjoyed the Call Guys podcast. I hope you keep listening, keep coming back, keep showing us love. And if you are listening, Colton just said, send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. We want to know where you're from, who you are, what you like to watch, what you like to eat, what's your favorite snack. Just let us know. We'd love to just chit chat with anybody that's out there listening to us. But we have this. I think this idea was actually given to me a long, like year one of the Call Guys.
Oh my.
Yeah, and I think it came from CT1209 because he knew you had mentioned in one of our episodes that you love a good movie score.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
he said to me one day, I think he walked in my office and he was like, "You guys should do like your top movie scores." And here you go, Chris. After 2 years of podcasting, here's your idea come to fruition. Um, honestly, I looked at this list and said I don't want to go generic, but dang, it's almost impossible.
Are we doing scores or soundtracks?
Scores, soundtracks, sure.
Dude, I did soundtracks.
Okay, give me a second. All right. We'll do a top 3 movie soundtracks. Colton.
Easy enough.
Okay. All right. Typical Fall Guys fashion. 3, 2, honorable mentions. 1. You get to go first.
All right, brother. My number 3 is a 1998 film.
Ooh, 98.
Yes, kind of went out there a little bit. This is a little bit different one. I don't think a lot of people have seen it, but it's Basketball.
Oh,
Trey
love it.
Parker, Matt Stone. It's a
Mhm.
fantastic movie. Love it.
100%.
Very sneaky, underrated soundtrack, though.
Mhm.
Fun to listen to. We got some very good bands of the time. Let me find that. There it is. We have Aqua.
Mhm.
For those who don't know, that's Barbie Girl, the original OG Barbie Girl. They did not play that song. Their song was "Roses Are Red" during the photo montage of I think it's Matt Stone's character selling out.
Yes.
So that was good. I loved it. We had Goldfinger in here, that 90s band. We got Smash Mouth. We got a little scat man. Scat beep da da bow. We got deep blue something on here. Another great one, but the one that really does it, we got Real Big Fish on here, brother.
It actually in the movie.
In the movie, they are literally the band that plays in the movie. That is their their audio people for the movie.
Yes.
And they played Beer and a little version of Take on Me. So just a sneaky good movie score here. So that's my number
Soundtrack.
3, man. Basketball.
Yes.
What
I
about you,
mean,
brother?
I love Basketball, man. That is one of my favorite movies of all time. Not on my wall, but a great movie. Highly rewatchable movie.
So
Never, if you've
stupid.
never seen it, you need to watch it. There's one thing in any kid's life, it's that you wish you could have created a game that became
A professional sport.
professional sport. Yeah. Yeah. No, my number three, one of my other highly liked films, has a beautiful soundtrack. It is 2007, Juno.
Oh, nice.
Yes, this movie just, I don't know if it's the Michael Cera, just his character in this film or what, but um, knowing that the music in this movie is the actual music that he like writes himself, he's very kind of that odd indie pop weird. I don't even know what genre to call it music.
Yeah, I
Um,
couldn't.
but
Pop
yeah,
indie, maybe.
it's yeah, it's just really good. It's fun. The movie itself is phenomenal. Um, and the music is great. Um, it's one of those movies I actually watched to hear the music. And it's got a little bit of all over the place. Buddy Holly, Sonic Youth, um, the Moldy Peaches. So I mean, it's just got the Kinks are on there. That's kind of where the music kind of pulls from. Is that just kind of a compilation of all those artists, except maybe Sonic Youth. Yeah, not really as much Sonic Youth, but there's a moment in this movie where they listen to Sonic Youth. Um, but yeah, there you go. Juno, my number three.
Good. That's a good one.
It's a great movie. Holton, your
Ugh.
number two make you cry.
Depends. It depends on the mood I'd be in. But this 1992 flick is an animated movie.
Oh, I know where you're going.
I had to put it in here, man. I had to put one, and it edged out a movie, and I'm sad that it had to edge out this movie, but this movie just had to be in there, and it is Aladdin,
Nice.
the OG, the original, the
I didn't.
Robin Williams. What'd you think I was going with?
I was thinking you were going like Space Jam or something.
I mean, Space Jam is a good one.
Yeah.
I did have that CD from that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't make the list though. Honorable mention, but you got.
Aladdin definitely worth it.
I mean, this soundtrack is
Whole
absolute gold.
new world.
Every song on here hits. Every song,
100%. 100%.
100%, and it gets even better with Robin Williams doing it. I mean, Prince Ali is friend like me, one jump. Like there's so many good songs in this movie, and to me, this is the best Disney soundtrack movie ever. And I will die on that hill. Put it in the drop down.
Aladdin.
Aladdin soundtrack, best ever.
Does
Disney.
do any of the songs make you cry?
Oh man, I get a little teary eyed listening to Friend Like Me,
Yeah.
just because it's Robin. It just seems like off the rip Robin Williams, man.
Yeah.
And oh, just it's good.
That's a
It's good,
great,
man.
that is a great pick. I didn't even think like
Dude, I didn't
animated
think
films.
about it. I was driving home talking to Jared about it, and I was like, he's like, dude, man, you got any Disney movies? And I was like, dude, I didn't have any. But then I started thinking, I was like, you got a friend in me by Toy Story, but that's like the only song in Toy Story they sing,
Hmm.
so you can't
Yeah.
really base it off that. And then I started thinking, I was like, dude, man, freaking Aladdin slaps.
Hmm. It does. I mean,
And
it really does.
You know, the Little Mermaid. I mean, we could have done a Disney soundtrack episode.
Put it on the docket. Favorite Disney songs.
Put it
We'll
on
get
the
Sydney,
docket.
Sarah. We'll get whoever. All these Disney lovers.
We'll get the women of the pod
The
on.
women of the pod.
But yeah, I felt like I just man, because I love every one of these songs. They're all great.
They really are. Sarah listens to a lot of Disney music, and it's like always Prince Ali. I don't know the actual name of the song, but
That's it.
is it?
Yeah.
That song is so catchy, man. And we sing it like it. She's listening to it, and I just can't stop going.
It's so good, man. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
so good.
Yeah, great
It's so
pick.
good. Your number
Great.
2, brother. Does it make you cry?
I don't know if this movie's ever made me cry. But it is on my wall. It has a ton of bangers.
Knight's Tale.
Not quite.
We
Um,
will rock you.
it has a little bit of Huey Lewis. It's got a little
Ooh.
bit of Eric Clapton.
Ooh.
It's got a little bit of Johnny B. Good, a little bit of Marvin
Ooh.
Berry,
Marvin.
Chuck Berry. Yes. Back to the Future.
Great pick, man.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anything about this movie, and it's that music is like a sub plot point to the whole thing. Like the first scene, you get Michael J. Fox, Marty McFly, with his guitar and his metal tip pick and blows up the amp, and then you get all of the power of love. You get I'm trying to you just back in time. Like you get all these songs that play throughout, and most of it being Huey Lewis, which is great. But yeah, this movie just by far one of my favorites of all time. So many catchy songs throughout it. Um, I love that the quote from Marvin. Hey Chuck, it's your cousin Marvin, Marvin Berry.
Marvin
Like,
Berry.
yeah, spell it out. And then Johnny Be Good. Johnny Be Good, by far my favorite scene. And I think I talked about this a while back in this entire movie is him playing Johnny Be Good. Just because that was like the first song I had ever performed live in front of people.
Oh,
So-
nice.
So yeah, my number 2. BTTF.
Nice. I like it. I like it.
Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. I got a couple. 99 movie Mystery Men. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Got a lot of 70s disco in here. We got some Disco Inferno. We got some
Burn,
Night
baby,
Fever by the Bee Gees. Then we've got That's the Way by Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Nice.
And who could forget the music video that came out of this was All Star Smash Mouth.
Shrek.
I know. Everybody tells me they think of that song, they think of Shrek. I do not. I think of Mystery Men first,
Yeah.
and then Shrek right after it. But yeah, just a fun, very fun soundtrack to go to and listen to. I felt like the way that they interpreted it into the movie made those scenes with the music better.
Yeah.
My next honorable mention, my last one, is a 2001 flick that you have got me hooked on. It is Rockstar. Oh my gosh, does this album stinking just everyone
Yeah.
bangers?
Yeah.
It's so good,
Mhm.
so good. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and go with "Living the Life." The intro to that song, intro to this movie, is "Living the Life." I love that song. I think it's better than "Stand Up and Shout."
Oh, come on. You cannot give that over Stand Up and Shout.
I'm giving it all I got to give. Oh man, yeah, I have to. I have to.
Okay.
It
It's
just
a, it's alright.
in
It's
the
alright.
in
It's
the
alright. It's alright.
realm of the movie, I felt like that song was better played in the movie than Stand Up and Shout was. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I'm just saying,
okay.
I don't not love Stand Up and Shout. Okay, don't get me wrong. I understand. But I feel like in the movie, it's better. Living the life is better in in the application of the movie than just Stand Up and Shout.
And we all die young, right
And we
there.
all die young.
There's one. I mean, the one song from this movie that I consistently listen to over and over and over again is "We All Die Young." It's one of my favorite songs.
Ooh, good one.
It's so good. And it's got the lyrics of the song just absolutely phenomenal. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can't tell you enough. You made me a believer that Jennifer Aniston can be in a good movie.
Rockstar is phenomenal. Mark Wahlberg in this movie, phenomenal. Timothy Olyphant in this movie, phenomenal. Jennifer Aniston,
it's
phenomenal.
such an underrated movie. More people need to know about this movie.
Scabbers, phenomenal. I could never remember his name.
Scabbers.
Scabbers. Yes.
Scabbers is that's
Yeah, he was Ron's rat in Harry Potter.
I believe his name is Timothy Spall.
Okay, there you go. Scabbers. Okay, my
I
honorable
like
mention.
Scabbers.
My
better.
honorable mention, because I only have one because this list had to come very quickly to me, is Almost Famous.
Oh,
And
nice.
there are many, many reasons why that this is on here. And I could go through the whole list, but you got Simple Man, you got Tiny Dancer, you got oh some Allman Brothers, you got Rod Stewart, you got the Beach Boys, Simon and Garfunkel. Like it just takes so many like very, very big songs and puts them into a movie that's all about a kid that just wants to be a part of the music industry by writing about music. It is. It's a great movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but Almost Famous, so good. So yeah, that's my one honorable mention.
Nice.
All right, your number one. Let's hear
All
it.
right. As I said earlier today, I was talking to our guy J Rod,
The Jared.
P Tart 101
Mm-hmm.
on the way home, and he asked me what my number one is. And I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna do a mashup of a couple movies. And then as soon as I said that, I said, Honey Badger don't play that game. Gator never been about that life. So, with that being said, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is the greatest soundtrack of the trilogy. I said it. Say what you want to say. You're wrong if you pick otherwise.
Awesome Mix Volume 2.
Yes. Um this movie, and the reason why I put this one above is because the scenes are way better with these songs than they are in any other movie that they play. Um You have Looking Glass by Brandy, just a great song to play for kind of the tempo of the song and the relationship between Ego and Peter's mom.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the transitioning ones with Lakeshore Drive, I think is great. The opening song, Mr. Blue Sky, with Groot dancing around while they're fighting
Fighting yeah.
the
I couldn't
parallax
think of a
thing
song.
or
Yeah.
whatever the heck that thing is called. I don't know. Um, you've got Come a Little Bit Closer by Jay and the Americans when Yondu has the arrow and it's flying. He's just flying around and Rocket is shooting guns through the control room. Come a little bit closer, you're my kind of bone. So big and so small. Yeah, great song for that. I felt like
Oh man, I forgot about Cheap Trick, Surrender.
Surrender. Surrender. Oh yeah, fantastic song. We got Sam Cooke. I mean, come on, we got a Sam
Mm-hmm.
Cooke song on here. How can you not have it? be, well, it's at least in the top three. I was gonna say number one, but I'm sure there's other Sam Cooke songs out there that aren't that
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You've got Father and Son, when Yondu is, Peter and Groot are kind of having a moment, and that song's being played. And then I think the best song, one of the best songs here, is the Fleetwood Mac song, The Chain, when Peter and Ego are fighting. That, oh man, that is just, man, just makes me want to rock out. That song in that scene was, and you will never break the chain. So yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is my number one, man.
The best thing about the Guardians movies is that the music fits every scene that it's in. It's like whoever was in charge of putting together the music that goes into these movies just knew what they were doing. And they're like,
It's
this has to be important. Like, it's gotta happen.
it's like James Gunn put one guy in charge and said, if you want to get paid for your time to be set for your life in Guardians of the Galaxy 1,
Mm-hmm.
you have to pick, here's where I want songs. You need to find songs that match perfectly. And this dude absolutely kills it in 2 straight movies.
Yeah.
Third one, we get a little bit different because the Zune, he's using a Zune, different songs,
Yeah, but the Zune is
the
absolutely hilarious. I had a Zune. Jared had a Zune.
I did not.
Oh, we loved our Zunes. We were like the only people that had them. Everybody else had iPods, and we're like, but this is way cooler looking.
I had
just
a shuffle. I had an iPod shuffle. Yep.
little boy. He's a little boy.
Oh yeah. All right, brother. I think I know your number one, but let's get to it. Gunner, what's your number one?
My number one, 2001, starring Mark Wahlberg, Jennifer Aniston, Scabbers. It is Rockstar. As Colton mentioned, this is a beautiful, amazing, great. I'm every single word that means good is this soundtrack. I mean, you open it up, living the life in the car. You get to the concert, you get some Motley Crue, you get some Wild Side. And then when Mark Wahlberg gets into Steel Dragon,
The audition
he
song.
has We All Die Young with the audition song. And that is just one of the greatest moments is when he's starting to sing that song and they turn him down and ask him to restart. And his voice just rings out through like the entire studio. And it's awesome. Blood Pollution, great song, super heavy. Living on a Prayer, you get some Bon Jovi in there. You get Stranglehold, some Ted Nugent. And then there's so many songs that are just like, I don't know how to explain it. They're Steel Dragon songs, but they're not Steel Dragon songs.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. You get some Paul Stanley, you get Lick It Up. You get some In Excess. And then one of the most important songs in this entire movie to me, because I've been playing it my whole life, it's one of my dad's favorite songs, and it is Colorful by the Verve Pipe. Beautiful song. They play it in the coffee shop in one of the last scenes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just one of those touching songs. It's like it kind of shows Mark Wahlberg's character's like turn
Full
through the whole,
circle.
yeah,
Full
circle.
circle.
So, yes, Colton said, as he said, this is one of those movies. I'm glad I got you to watch it and enjoy it because it's one of those that I've enjoyed for many, many, many years, and one of those that was showed to me by my dad. So
Yes. Great movie. Fantastic.
phenomenal. Go check it out.
All good lists, brother. Good lists.
Yes, you can watch it on Prime Video for $3.79, or I have it on DVD somewhere if you want.
It's on the Voodoo.
It's on the Voodoo. It is on the Voodoo. Yeah, good list. I like it. That was fun. It was a great time. Got anything else you want to say?
We survived, brother. We made it.
We made it. We made it. We did. We did. Next week, The Acolyte.
Oh,
I'm excited
man.
to have the group on. Talk about some Star Wars. It's been a while. Golden's excited too. Did you
Bring your big boy pants
I'm gonna
next
ask you.
week
I'm gonna
for
ask you now. Did you finish it? Not yet.
I'm close.
He's close.
When we decided to push it back, I decided that sleep was more important.
It's understandable. I think you'll like the last episode. The last 20 minutes of the last episode.
Yeah, man. Next week's episode is not for the faint of heart. We should probably do, not safe for work signs. Have Chris make another promo that say, "Hey, this is if you have heart problems, this might not be for you because blood pressures will be raised."
I'll take it like a champ. I'll be just fine. So yeah, look forward to next week us with Chris and Nick talking some Acolyte. And then coming up, I mean, we have more rewatchable movies. We have more Certified Rotten. We have some director episodes coming up here in the near future. A little bit of everything. Year 3 is pretty much booked up. But if you do want to come on for an episode, feel free to send us an email and let us know. thecallguyspodcast@gmail.com. So yeah, everybody, thanks for listening to the Call Guys Podcast. You can find us wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to your podcast. You can also find us on YouTube. Just search for the Call Guys Podcast or click the link in the description for every episode to go watch us on YouTube. Like, subscribe, click the bell. We do post every Monday when we post on all your favorite podcast sites, so you can watch us or listen to us. It's up to you. You can also find us on all your favorite social media accounts, Facebook at facebook.com/thecallguyspod, Instagram at thecallguys, and TikTok at thecallguyspodcast. And then you can always go to goldenmojoent.com where you can find our merch store and merch stores for all the other podcasts. We do have a sweatshirt on there that says "Love you, brother" on the arm. We have the IPA shirt. We have the Rotten Ranger shirts. So if you want a shirt or a hat or a sweatshirt, go check out goldenmojoent.com. Click the shop button and scroll through till you find the Call Guys merch. And then you can always go check out all the other podcasts that are on there as well. You have the United States of Paranormal, the Golden 80s podcast, the Golden Image podcast, the Indiana Chiefs Fans podcast, which has now switched its name as an overall umbrella. So, if you go back, this comes out Monday, go back last Friday, August 2nd, where you can check out the first episode of the Gridiron Kings. They are out as of August 2nd. They are up. So, what it is now we have a sports network called Seasons in Hell. And you can go check out the sports network where underneath that umbrella you have Indiana Chiefs Fans and the Gridiron Kings. Indiana Chiefs Fans will be back at some point coming up in the near future for football season. And the guys from Gridiron Kings wanted to start a little early. So they're covering things from the class of 2024 Hall of Fame, preseason, probably some other little things along the way. So yeah, go check them out. They're new to the family. You've heard Coach Rob before. He is the, I would say, lead host on the podcast with our buddy Earl from work. So they'll get it. I've done the edit. I've listened to it. So this comes out after, but I know they'll get it. They'll get better.
Nice.
Audio issues, certain things that happen to every podcaster along the way. Knowing when to hit record. It's a big one. Guys with snacks.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. Anything else, Colton?
Man, love you, brother.
Love you, brother. All right. For all those out there in podcast land, see you on the other side.
Later.
Got him.
Bye. See ya. Stay hungry.
Here we all die young. flow.
The